Throughout history, there have been moments when events took an unexpected turn, revealing the inherent risks and vulnerabilities of human endeavors. From serene lakes transforming into deadly whirlpools to daring underwater expeditions ending in tragedy, here are the 10 most shocking underwater calamities that changed the course of history. Number 10. Lake Peigneur drilling disaster. In 1980, the serene waters of Lake Peigneur in Louisiana were forever altered by an industrial disaster that no one saw coming. What began as a routine drilling operation quickly spiraled into chaos. The drilling was intended to explore oil reserves beneath the lakebed, but the team unwittingly punctured the roof of a massive salt mine operated by the Diamond Crystal Salt Company. Despite geologist Don Bosch's warnings, the drilling continued, leading to a colossal sinkhole that swallowed the drilling platforms and created a powerful whirlpool. The whirlpool was so intense that it reversed the flow of the Delcombre Canal, pulling saltwater from the Gulf of Mexico into what was once a freshwater lake, permanently altering its ecosystem. Fred Robinson, a senior safety officer, played a crucial role in evacuating the salt mine workers, ensuring that all 55 miners escaped unharmed. Number 9. The Byford Dolphin accident. The North Sea is known for its treacherous waters, but it was a catastrophic event on an oil rig in 1983 that highlighted the extreme dangers of underwater exploration. The Byford Dolphin accident remains one of the most tragic incidents in the history of deep-sea diving. The Byford Dolphin was an oil rig where 5 seasoned divers were engaged in saturation diving. This complex and dangerous operation allows divers to work at great depths by keeping them under constant pressure, with a diving bell used to transport them to and from the seabed. On this fateful day, the team was conducting routine maintenance when a catastrophic error in pressure management occurred. A crucial valve was mistakenly opened, triggering explosive decompression. The rapid and violent change in pressure caused the surrounding water to surge into the diving bell with unimaginable force. The implosion that followed was immediate and devastating, creating a massive shockwave that tore through the diving bell and instantly killed 4 of the divers inside. Bjorn Bergersen, who was outside the bell at the time, was caught in the pressure wave and lost his life in an instant. The scene was one of chaos and destruction, with equipment and debris scattered in all directions. The Byford Dolphin accident sent shockwaves through the oil and gas industry, highlighting the inherent risks faced by deep-sea workers. In the aftermath, the industry was forced to reevaluate and strengthen its safety protocols to prevent such a catastrophe from occurring again. Number 8. USS Thresher. The USS Thresher, one of the most advanced nuclear submarines of its time, was scheduled for a deep diving test off the coast of Cape Cod in 1963. This routine mission was designed to push the submarine to its limits, testing its endurance and structural integrity. But what was meant to be a demonstration of technological prowess turned into a disaster that claimed the lives of 129 crew members. Lieutenant Commander John Wesley Harvey led the crew of the Thresher, a team that had trained extensively for this mission. At the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard, Rear Admiral Rayburn D. Harlow closely monitored the mission, committed to the submarine's success. However, as the Thresher reached its test depth, something went terribly wrong. Communication with the submarine was abruptly cut off, leaving those on the surface in a state of growing dread. The initial excitement of the test quickly turned into a desperate race against time as a massive search and rescue operation was launched. For Harvey and his crew, the situation aboard the Thresher became increasingly dire. A leak in the engine room triggered a cascade of malfunctions, including electrical failures that crippled the submarine's systems. The crew fought valiantly to regain control, but their efforts were in vain. The Thresher descended uncontrollably into the depths, where it was eventually crushed by the immense pressure of the deep ocean. All 129 crew members aboard the USS Thresher lost their lives, a tragedy that prompted the U.S. Navy to implement the SubSafe program. Number 7. The Deepwater Horizon blowout. The Deepwater Horizon disaster in 2010 became a pivotal moment in environmental history, underscoring the risks associated with offshore oil drilling. The Deepwater Horizon rig, operated by Transocean for BP, was an engineering marvel, a massive floating structure equipped to drill deep beneath the ocean floor. But on April 20th, tragedy struck. forever altering the lives of many and casting a long shadow over the oil industry. Tony Hayward, BP's CEO, was at the helm when the disaster unfolded. Under immense pressure to deliver profits, Hayward faced mounting challenges in maintaining safety standards. The Deepwater Horizon was a crucial asset in BP's portfolio, but the drive for productivity overshadowed critical safety concerns. Doug Brown, the rig's chief mechanic, and Mike Williams, the chief electronics technician, had raised alarms about the rig's maintenance, but their concerns were largely ignored. On that fateful day, BP supervisors Robert Kaluza and Donald Vidrine faced a critical decision regarding the well's integrity. Despite alarming test results, they chose to proceed, dismissing the risks that would soon become catastrophic. As the sun set over the Gulf of Mexico, a routine procedure took a deadly turn. A blowout, an uncontrolled release of oil and gas from the well, engulfed the rig in flames. The explosion was catastrophic, claiming the lives of 11 workers and injuring many others. Williams narrowly escaped death, later emerging as a whistleblower who would testify about the rig's unsafe conditions. The destruction of the Deepwater Horizon unleashed millions of barrels of oil into the ocean over 87 days, resulting in one of the worst environmental disasters in history. The spill devastated marine ecosystems, destroyed local economies, and left a lasting impact on the environment that is still felt today. Number 6. The Minamata mercury poisoning. In the quiet coastal town of Minamata, Japan, the 1950s brought a crisis that would change the way we think about industrial pollution. The town's residents, who had lived off the sea for generations, began to fall ill in alarming numbers. Their bodies were betraying them in ways that were both terrifying and mysterious. Dr. Hajime Hosokawa, a local physician, was among the first to recognize the pattern. Patients came to him with muscle weakness, vision problems, hearing loss, and even convulsions and paralysis. Driven by a sense of duty, Dr. Hosokawa tirelessly documented the cases, searching for a common cause. It soon became clear that the seafood, a staple in the diet of Minamata's fishing community, was at the heart of the crisis. Fish and shellfish from Minamata Bay were contaminated with high levels of mercury, discharged by the Chiso Corporation's chemical factory. Despite mounting evidence of the factory's role in the contamination, Chiso resisted efforts to halt its operations or compensate the victims. In the midst of this growing tragedy, families like that of Tatsuo Tomita were devastated. Tomita's daughter, Tomoko, became the face of the disaster when photographer W. Eugene Smith captured a haunting image of her cradled in her mother's arms. Journalist Shigeru Fukuhara played a crucial role in bringing the crisis to national attention. His reports exposed the negligence of the Chiso Corporation and amplified the voices of the victims. The legal battle against Chiso Corporation was long and arduous, led by lawyer Tsugio Goto, who represented the victims in their fight for justice. After years of legal proceedings, the victims finally received compensation, marking a significant victory in the struggle for environmental justice. Number 5. The nuclear submarine disaster. The icy waters of the Barents Sea hold the tragic tale of the K-141 Kursk, a Russian nuclear submarine that embarked on a routine training exercise on August 12, 2000, only to meet a tragic end. The Kursk was a symbol of Russian naval power, and its crew, led by Captain Gennady Lyachin, was composed of some of the most skilled sailors in the fleet. Captain Lyachin was known for his dedication to his crew and his vessel. Alongside him was Lieutenant Commander Dmitry Kolesnikov, a man whose sharp mind and commitment to duty were vital to the morale and efficiency of the crew. But as the Kursk glided through the depths, a silent and invisible danger lurked within its steel belly. A routine drill turned catastrophic when a torpedo malfunctioned, setting off a chain reaction that tore through the Kursk with devastating force. The explosion plunged the submarine into darkness as water flooded its compartments with relentless fury. Panic spread among the crew, but Captain Lyachin fought to maintain order. The Kursk eventually settled on the ocean floor, becoming a steel tomb for the surviving crew members. Among them was Lieutenant Commander Kolesnikov, whose stoic resolve shone through the darkness. In his final moments, he penned a letter that would later be found, a voice from the depths that spoke of resilience and sacrifice. On the surface, Admiral Vyacheslav Popov, commander of the Northern Fleet, faced the daunting task of coordinating a rescue effort. Rescue teams from Russia and beyond mobilized, but the unforgiving sea proved a formidable adversary. Despite their best efforts, all 118 crew members lost their lives. Number 4. Plura cave diving accident. In 2014, Norway's Plura cave became the site of a tragic accident that underscored the inherent risks of underwater cave exploration. The Plura cave is known for its complex passages and treacherous conditions, making it a challenge even for the most skilled divers. Two experienced divers, Jari Huotarinen and Patrick Grönqvist, embarked on a mission to navigate the dark, narrow underwater passages of Plura cave. Their goal was to explore and map this intricate system, pushing the limits of underwater exploration. However, the cave's labyrinthine structure proved disorienting, and an equipment failure compounded the dangers they faced. As they navigated the depths, a sudden equipment malfunction occurred. The divers' communication systems failed, leaving them isolated and unable to coordinate their movements. Despite meticulous preparation, the unforgiving environment of the cave claimed their lives. Their disappearance triggered a complex recovery operation involving a team of expert cave divers, including Kai Kankkonen, known for his expertise in navigating challenging underwater environments. Kankkonen and his team faced the same hazards that had claimed their colleagues' lives, battling against the cold, dark waters to bring their fallen comrades home. In the aftermath of the accident, the diving community mourned the loss of Jari Huotarinen and Patrick Grönqvist. Their dedication to exploring the unknown was celebrated, but their untimely deaths underscored the importance of caution in extreme environments. Number 3. The Jacob's Well tragedy. In the rolling hills of Texas Hill Country lies Jacob's Well, a seemingly serene spring that masks the deadly labyrinth beneath its surface. In November 1983, Richard Patton and Clark McConnell, two confident divers and students at Texas State University, were drawn to the well's notorious fourth chamber, a perilous passage known to ensnare the unwary. Despite warnings from their instructor, Don Dibble, the duo couldn't resist the pull of the forbidden depths. Their dive began with excitement, but as they maneuvered through the tight, silt-filled passages, disaster struck. Richard's air tank became separated, leaving him gasping for life. Clark, witnessing his friend's panic, jammed his own regulator into Richard's mouth, and together they began a desperate ascent. Their shared air ran dangerously low as they reached a false chimney, a dead-end trap within the cave. In a moment of despair, Richard's last breaths slipped away. Clark managed to escape, but Richard was lost to the abyss. Don Dibble arrived to recover his student's body the following day, his heart heavy with the knowledge that his warnings had gone unheeded. The allure of Jacob's Well continued to claim lives until further restrictions were enforced. Number 2. The Guy Garman disaster. In the mysterious depths of the ocean where light fades and the weight of water presses with an unforgiving force, Guy Garman, known as Doc Deep, sought to make history. On August 15, 2015, Garman prepared to descend into the abyss off the coast of St. Croix in the Caribbean Sea, aiming to reach a depth of 1,200 feet, a world record. Garman was a seasoned diver, known for his meticulous preparation and deep understanding of the ocean's challenges. As dawn broke over the tranquil waters of St. Croix, Guy and his team of expert divers prepared for the dive. The sea was calm, the conditions seemingly ideal for the challenging descent ahead. The descent would be slow and controlled, with a series of support divers positioned at various depths to assist and monitor his progress. But as Garman approached a depth of 1,100 feet, disaster struck. Communication with the surface was lost, and despite their best efforts, his support team could not reach him. In the silent expanse of the deep sea, Guy Garman's life was claimed by the very waters he sought to conquer. Number 1. The OceanGate tragedy. In June 2023, a daring expedition aimed to bring people face to face with the wreck of the RMS Titanic using the OceanGate Titan submersible. However, what was meant to be an adventure of a lifetime turned into a disaster. The Titan submersible, operated by OceanGate Expeditions, was designed to dive over 12,000 feet to the Titanic wreck site. On June 18, 2023, the Titan embarked on a dive with 5 passengers. However, 1 hour and 45 minutes into the dive, communication was lost. The Titan had suffered a catastrophic implosion due to the immense pressure at such depths, instantly killing all 5 passengers. The loss of the Titan sent shockwaves through the world of deep-sea exploration. If there are other shocking underwater incidents that you know of, feel free to share it with us in the comment section. Check out the 2 videos appearing on the screen right now to further dive in mysteries of the world. I'll see you in the next one.